Welcome back, everyone, to the Bears Drop Plays YouTube channel. Today is Thursday, January 30th, and I'm back bringing out some more NBA games for you guys on Thursday night. A couple more games to look at. Before we get into that action, let's break down the games we had on Wednesday night. Currently 1-2, looking more and more like a 2-2 night, recording almost, 7 minutes left in the Thunder game in the second quarter. Current score is 43-27. We have them -10 going up against the Warriors, so it's looking decent right now. Hopefully they just keep the pedal on the gas and they just blow out the Warriors. So looking for that 2-2 day. Had a rough one on the player props for one of them. Nikola Jokic picks up 2 fouls in the first 2 minutes of the game. I think he sat out for 14 or 15 consecutive minutes going up against the Knicks. Only played 7 minutes in the entire first half. Really set us back on the total assists. So that one did hurt. That one did not cash. I think he finished with 6. The one that we did hit, this hit immediately. Plus, if you took Kristaps Porzingis' first bucket, you also hit that one. I told you something's in the air with this Kristaps Porzingis' first bucket. I think he's hitting like 3 consecutive games. He hit 3 threes in the first 4 minutes in this game, and the over was 2.5 at plus money. So that was a really good hit for us. I think he had 26 points in the half as well. So if you took the player points, you're sitting pretty there as well. So he dominated that game going up against Chicago. And the only loser right now is the over. 238.5 or 239.5 is what I got at between the Knicks and the Denver Nuggets. I don't know what it is about the NBA. There can be starters on the court. It can be a blowout. It could be a close game. I feel like the fourth quarter is always the lowest scoring quarter. I don't know why that is, but we needed like 60 in the fourth quarter. They've been scoring about 60 the entire game. I think they put up 54 in the final quarter, and we missed by a couple points. So 1-2 day right now, looking for that 2-2 day with the Thunder, who are up by 16 right now. So hopefully they do finish that out. But we're going to move on to tomorrow's games. We're going to be looking at the Hawks going up against the Cavaliers. I'm going to take the Cavs here. They're -10 right now. They're coming off a pretty good win tonight going up against the Miami Heat. They dominated the Heat most part of this game. The Heat in the second half, they did make a little bit of a run to get themselves to come back. Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo and company, trying to make a stand at home. But this Heat team, they're just absolutely out of it right now. They're not competitive. Jimmy Butler, once again, dragging down another organization, but it is what it is. They beat the Heat pretty easily. I think it was a 20-point win for them tonight going up against Miami. The Atlanta Hawks are just dealing with so many injuries. And after the NBA Cup tournament and after a couple wins after that, this team's gone straight downhill. They're on a six-game losing streak right now. Knicks, Pistons, Raptors, T-Wolves, and Houston. So that's 6 in a row. Also losing one of the better players, Jalen Johnson, for maybe the season, going under surgery. Trae Young's been banged up for a while. DeAndre Hunter's been dealing with a lot of illness and a lot of injuries as well. So this Hawks team, just all around banged up all the way through. I think Hunter and Trae Young will play in this game. I just don't think it's going to matter. I think Jalen Johnson being gone is a very, very key part of that Hawks offense and a part of that Hawks defense. Cavaliers are just too good all the way around, and the Cavaliers need to start stringing together some wins again. Like I said in the last breakdown, I think it was two breakdowns ago, they lost 4 of the last 6 games before back-to-back win streak here on Monday and Wednesday. They need to keep on rattling off these wins. I think they get one here. -10 as the play at home for the Cavaliers. Next play, really, really big game here. Rockets going up against the Memphis Grizzlies. Could go either way. It really could go either way, but I'm going to take the Memphis Grizzlies here -4.5. Because of one thing in particular. That's because they just lost to the New York Knicks, and they were on a 7-game winning streak before that game against the Knicks. They got blown out by 40 points. That was with everybody playing as well in that game. So I think the Memphis Grizzlies come out of this game. They're fully healthy. Jaren Jackson Jr., Desmond Bane, John Morant and company. Those guys are going to come out at home, and they're just going to simply outscore the Houston Rockets. I will say the Houston Rockets got one of their better wins that I've seen this season on the road against the Boston Celtics, 114-112 on Monday night. I believe that was the game that the Boston Celtics were up by 10, and then the Rockets just came battling back in the second half, and Jalen Green and Fred VanVleet had really bad scoring performances, 7 points each, but Dillon Brooks and Amon Thompson both had 35-plus points. Dillon Brooks makes 10 threes, a game the Rockets should not have won on the road against one of the better NBA teams. They find a way to win that game. Impressive what this Rockets team has been so far this season. Got a decent win against the Hawks, even though they let that game kind of slip through their fingers almost. 100-96 final in that one. But I like the Grizzlies here coming off of a blowout loss. I think they bounced back in a big way. Only -4.5. 2 really good teams. I just think Memphis can outscore the Rockets. So give me them -4.5 here as the first play of the day. Second play of the day. Sorry, we're going to stay in the same game here. Looking at Jaren Jackson Jr. and most I guess almost like Kristaps Porzingis, I could say. I like him because he's just setting up shop on the outside. Nobody seems to want to guard Jaren Jackson Jr. on the outside. Also, the Memphis Grizzlies are pretty good at transition points, and I feel like Jaren Jackson Jr. is usually the trailer, and usually he hits this at the top of the key or the left wing. He likes the left wing a lot, but I like him over 1.5 threes once again. I have not seen the book make the adjustment on the Jaren Jackson Jr. threes. He has hit over 2+ threes in 5 of the last 7 games he's been in. I think he does it once again in this game going up against the Rockets. Sengun is not going to check up top on transition points for a trailer. He's going to be settled down in the paint, waiting for Jaren Jackson Jr., or actually banging with Zach Edey down low. That's also been a huge thing for Jaren Jackson Jr. on the outside. There's just not enough bodies to guard the two massive human beings down low. So if Zach Edey's banging around with Sengun down low, that's going to leave Jaren Jackson Jr. up top, ready for an open shot, and he has been able to knock down the shots over the last couple of games. Only took 4 threes in the last game against the Knicks, made 3 of them. He's just an overall superstar player. I'm going to take him over 1.5 threes as the first player prop of the day. Second player prop of the day, we have the Jaren Jackson Jr., who has shaped his game completely different over the last couple of years. He was really dominant down low. He's put on a lot of muscle. He's worked on a three-point shot. He has adapted with the game of basketball. He is going to be one of the better players in the NBA for the next several years down low. Now we go to a guy who has not adapted because he cannot adapt, and we go to Rudy Gobert, who has not attempted a three-point shot this season. We are slowly but surely seeing all these centers who have not attempted threes and who are not dominant down low disappear from the league. Only reason why Rudy Gobert is here is because he is so elite on the defensive end. And I don't even know if we can call him that anymore because the T-Wolves have been getting kind of kicked around down low this season. Most of that probably due to Julius Randle being on the team. But I'm going to go with Rudy Gobert over 9.5 points. I'm going to take a shot on him because he has been better over the last several games. Double-digit points in 5 of the last 8 games he's been in. Also going up against his former team. I made the mistake last time of saying he's going up against the Jazz. He was not going up against the Jazz. This time I made sure to double check. He's going up against the Utah Jazz in this game. And whenever he goes up against the Utah Jazz, he usually drops a double-double or better. Looking at the numbers against the Utah Jazz, his last game against them, he had 15 points, 13 rebounds. Game before that, 11 points, 10 rebounds. Game before that, got hurt, not going to count it. He only played 5 minutes. And then he had 22 points, 13 rebounds, 9 points, 23 rebounds in his 4 matchups going up against the Utah Jazz, his former team. So I'm going to take him here. He's only gone under the 9.5 points. One of the 4 matchup against his former team. I think they feed him once again in this game. And like I said, he has been eating a little bit more for the T-Wolves. He's attempted 8+ shots in 2 of the last 3 games. That's something we really haven't seen all season long. So maybe they just keep feeding the big man down low, and hopefully he can just turn around and dunk it. He's 7'4" and he's a massive human being. So I'm hoping for the 9.5 points in this one against his former team. Maybe he picks up the slack a little bit more in this game. Final play of the day right there. Let's go to the recap graphic. We're going to take the Cavs here, -10 at home, going up against the Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta Hawks, they're just on the struggle bus right now. We have the Memphis Grizzlies, -4.5 at home. Bounce back after that Knicks blowout. Rudy Gobert over 9.5 points against the Jazz, former team. And then Jaren Jackson Jr., over 1.5 made threes going up against the Houston Rockets. That's the final play of the day. Guys, that's going to do it for the NBA picks and props for Thursday, January 30th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please be sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. See you guys next video, and thanks for watching.